Facebook has unveiled new live streaming restrictions on the eve of the Christchurch Call Summit in Paris. The social media giant is under pressure after the Christchurch mosque massacres were live streamed on Facebook. The announcement comes as tech giants and world leaders, led by Jacinda Ardern and Emmanuel Macron, gather in Paris for the summit, looking at how best to prevent extremism on social media. Shortly, we'll speak to our political reporter, Joe Moyer, who is in Paris. But first, Paul Spain is a technology commentator and founder of Gorilla Technology, and he's in the Auckland studio with me now. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Lisa.
Do you see this as a really genuine attempt to crack down on problems, or is it just a PR exercise from Facebook?
Look, I think it's probably what Facebook believe is an appropriate change from their side. They admit that they just don't have the technology, and I don't think anybody has the technology to do exactly what is being expected of them to lock down certain content from being displayed within Facebook.
So they are introducing what they're calling basically a one-strike rule. So if you behave badly on Facebook Live, they will take that service away from you. But do we know what behaviour will lead to a ban? Have they been clear on that?
They have listed some guidelines that that will have somebody banned, and I don't think it's just within Facebook Live; it's within the broader Facebook context. So you can get marked as somebody that won't be able to do a live broadcast within Facebook for either a period of time or potentially a permanent ban. But of course, it's worth noting that it's very easy to create a new account on Facebook. There are all sorts of ways to get around these things. And there are a lot of other ways in which people can distribute content today. It's not just Facebook. And I think there's been a huge amount of focus because in this case, Facebook was used. But I would ask the question, well, should we be putting the responsibility on Apple, on Google, on the providers of the software on our phones that can block it at that level? I mean, we're sort of expecting Facebook here maybe to do something that just isn't possible. And I'm not sure if there's any immediate solutions to the level of expectation that I'm seeing reported on.
Is this whack-a-mole then, basically?
I think so. I mean, it's very hard. And if we lock it down so that people have got extra hoops to jump through before they can broadcast, which we've seen with YouTube, then that blocks out a whole lot of people that then can't use these mechanisms because they don't fit into that category of having enough followers or being popular enough.
But is that not just the price of, well, a better society, some people would argue?
Well, I would say, why isn't society more involved in this, right? So we heard of, Jacinda Ardern was included in those who saw the shooting video. Lots of people saw it, but it wasn't reported back to Facebook of this is horrendous, it should be blocked instantly. Hundreds of people saw it before they got to blocking it. Now, I think there's some responsibility on us as society to actually respond. We've seen changes in workplaces and the way email is used. I remember when email was quite new, the sort of horrendous content that got forwarded around, and people thought it was okay to share various pornography and other things before they recognised that no, this is not acceptable. You're going to lose your job and other things. I think there needs to be personal responsibility here, not just putting it all on Facebook or whatever company is in the spotlight at a given moment.
So a wider cultural shift. But also, I'm wondering about this. This is still ambulance at the bottom of the cliff, isn't it? Because you have to have breached. I mean, can you give us some examples? What is the behaviour that would get you kicked off? Because you have to have done something naughty, bad, distasteful before you get the boot. So it's already happened.
Yeah, so for instance, if you've been shown to share something objectionable and just directly shared that without some commentary that may be that you're challenging it or something else, then that's going to put you in a bad light.
Commentary is subjective though too, is it not?
Well, and that's part of the challenge here, right? We're expecting to sort of draw some sort of line, and how do Facebook decide what that line is? I don't think they can. Can this be decided in Paris? Can we decide what the line is that's appropriate for every country in the world, for a whole lot of countries? I'm not sure. I don't think we're dealing with something easy here.
Yeah, so on your best analysis of what we've been shown today from Facebook, is it workable in your view?
I think it's a positive step forward. I like that they're investing money. They've committed to investing $7.5 million with outside institutions to help on the research that will look out for objectionable content and block it. But there is no technology company today that I believe has the technology that allows us to block in every situation this content.
I was interested in that. $7.5 million, that's IceBlock money for this company, is it not?
Oh, it is. It's nothing. It's nothing for Facebook.
So would you have anticipated, if you were serious about it and you want to discover the tool to police this, you'd chuck a bit more than 7.5 in?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would like to see more for sure.
Also, Ken, I look at this also and I wonder, how is it that this technology company and other technology companies don't already have this tool? Because we're led to believe that they're kind of masters of the internet universe.
Well, we're on a journey with artificial intelligence, and I think that the term came up over 50 years ago, and we're part way through that journey. In another 10 or 20 years, what technology will be able to do from an artificial intelligence perspective will be streets ahead of where we are now. But we are in a place now where you use Siri or something on your phone, it doesn't recognise what you say. If I had my phone with me right now, it may have interrupted our conversation because it might have thought I would summons it even before I'd said the word Siri. So the technology is not perfect just yet. We're very much on a journey. Anybody that uses technology day to day knows that it's average, at best when it comes to artificial intelligence. So I think our expectations need to ease up a little bit, and we do need to take some personal responsibility.
Appreciate you joining us in the studio. Paul Swain, technology commentator there.